Thank you. Welcome to today's session. We are going to talk about how to start and run maths clubs. And just from the beginning, I want us to share a few ideas of what we have on maths clubs, ideas and experiences that we have in running maths clubs from those who have run maths clubs before and for those who are looking forward to running maths clubs. Now, the objectives of this particular session is going to be around developing the students' level of math skills and knowledge, as well as supporting the learning of mathematics to enrich their skills with a higher order of thinking and prepare the students for the future maths competitions. So before I go into any other objective, I want us to discuss our understanding of what maths clubs are. If I may ask, what is your understanding of maths clubs? What is your understanding of maths clubs? Maths clubs are dedicated extracurricular activities in math that are usually termed as get-togethers in schools. For schools that support after-class clubs and societies, it is a get-together kind of opportunity beyond what the classroom offers in terms of mathematics. So maths clubs are different from school to school, and there is no specific model that is for a specific school, but they focus on two things only: having fun with math and learning. So to have fun with maths, you have to create a club, a belonging where the students are able to identify themselves with a few activities that they do together or activities that they carry home and try out in their own. It doesn't have to be activities around mathematics, but activities in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics as well. In maths clubs, or rather a maths club at a school aims at achieving different goals. To begin with, a maths club is a good opportunity to develop a healthy interest in mathematics as a source of interest and achievement. In maths clubs, students get opportunities to develop logical thinking, develop interest in collaboration on different activities. This is where students get opportunities to try out challenges and challenge themselves with different kinds of games, puzzles, and challenges. These are places where students' mathematical curiosity is stimulated and also promotes cross-curricular thinking and holistic development of pupils. So studying maths beyond the classroom in this case allows the pupils to see maths as an integral part of their lives. They are able to take whatever they learn in class and put it in real life, relate it with everyday life that they live. So amongst other objectives, like I said before, from school to school, maths clubs present also opportunities where the students are able to enrich their classroom learning skills to a higher order of thinking and prepare them for future maths competition, contests, and symposiums. So maths club general, the idea and the concept behind get together that students get to share different kinds of ideas in STEM and mathematics as well. There are different approaches when it comes to creating a maths club, but to come up with a basic club at schools, there are a few requirements that teachers might consider when they want to support students. Generally, maths clubs raise the profile of maths as a subject because it increases the engagement and shows children that maths can be playful, exciting, and full of wonder. So holding a maths club meeting, let's say in a weekly or some kind of a regular meeting where the students meet, lets them take off the curriculum and more informally, children engage in variety of activities for mathematical sense making. Joining a maths club in a school should mostly be voluntary, where the students or the pupils throughout the school are encouraged to enroll so that they experience learning in different ways. These are places where they work with peers from other classes, year groups. These are some of the places where the collaboration of students from grade 4 to collaborate with students from grade 8, students from Form 1 to collaborate with students from Form 3. So this helps them share ideas and cultivate mathematical development. The maths club meetings or maths club activities also provides a positive attitude, an attitude that is associated with higher level of maths achievement. Maths clubs also have potential to really make a difference by feeding the right attitude into regular lessons. And an effective maths club can interest in maths spread throughout the school and throughout the students from different year groups. So in order to run or create a maths club, you will need a teacher that is interested in mentoring this particular club. So this teacher will be called the Maths Club Patron. A Maths Club Patron acts as a teacher who is a guide or just a club mentor This is a teacher who is interested in sponsoring the club activities. This teacher has specific defined roles which may differ from school to school depending on the rules with the after class activities in as far as maths clubs are concerned. But some of these are to coordinate the club activities by liaising with the club's chairperson or any other executive that is in the club. So the general idea behind running clubs is that they are supposed to be self-sustaining in such a way that they are student-led and supported by a maths club patron. So when they are student-led, they are supposed to have their own executive committee that is approved by this maths club patron, and the maths club patron can also help them amend constitutions that they will have throughout these meetings that they will regularly hold as a maths club. Amongst other roles, a maths club patron should also be there for the students as a link between other stakeholders. For example, African Maths Initiative. When we support a maths club as African Maths Initiative, we liaise with the Maths Club Patron in terms of the resources that they need, the activity resources that they need to run the Maths Club, and so on and so forth. Any teacher support for running this Maths Club will only be through a liaison between a Maths Club Patron and a staff from African Maths Initiative. So depending on the school's requirements for clubs, you may need to get approval for the club before you initiate for a case of a school that a maths club does not exist. Another requirement is having dedicated students. If you want to run a successful maths club, a teacher-led and mostly student-run, it is important to recruit a dedicated student. So dedicated student cannot be recruited directly by the teacher himself, but you can reach other students through students that are maths enthusiasts and are interested in running fun activities around math. So advertisement can work, or reaching them through other students. So deciding on what type of a maths club to set for students is something that can be guided by their own specific context or the context that the maths club patron wants to work in. So working with the peers from other classes and year groups help them share ideas, but it will only be through reaching specific students who are mostly interested in running this maths club with or without the teachers present. It should be self-sustaining to be run by the student with minimal support from the teacher. So how do you run this maths club? So the maths clubs are usually run by activities that can be created by the students. The activities can be created and shared by Maths Club Patron, or we also have a pack of activities that we share with you and you can access free of charge. If you have problem with understanding the content, we are always there to support and help you use our materials. So from games, problems and puzzles, computer activities that are arranged in a pack that is called the SAMI Maths, which can be accessed through a link that is shared here. So the SAMI Maths pack can be downloaded online through that link. And if you are not comfortable with accessing the non-digital media like the pack, you can access a digital media, a SAMI Maths Club App that is free from Playstore and Appstore. You can also join our weekly virtual Maths Club sessions with weekly challenges that are usually run in Post and Go video live session, and we have different ways of presenting them. We also present weekly puzzles in the Maths Club app. If you download the Maths Club app, you will be able to access that. So these activities that are found in this pack or the app are easy to run activities that are generally club activities for math, probably brush approach that works in most settings that allows for a wide range of easy to run activities are presented in bits of puzzles, games, together with student activities and teacher activities. So you can, if you download the Maths pack, you only have to print the student activities and share with them so that they can discuss and do it on their own. Also, on the same note, you can present them with weekly challenges. So the concept behind weekly challenges is usually to help the students to be able to have something that they can think, something that they can be thinking throughout the week while they are looking forward to meet for the maths club session. And when the maths club session reaches, the students will just be able to discuss any other activity that each and everyone presents. Let's say for this week's maths club session, students want to present their own problems to be solved. So a problem of the week, the students will always have something to be doing together. You are free to use the meetings for lessons where students' problems can be solved. This can be over specific topics, but try to avoid recreating materials already out there or making lessons that are already with the students in the pack, or some things that they already know. So in order to help the longevity of the club, you want to make sure that it still functions as an upper class and leave the club so that once the students graduate and leave the other students, the activities can be anything from game, puzzles to math lessons. So when the problems of the week are introduced, students are thoroughly engaged. So the challenges that are in this pack are easy to write and they challenge everybody. The challenges that gets people working collaboratively. You can give them every week and they are split into categories of difficulty. So this means the problems are accessible but always challenging. Some things that they will always relate with. So open-ended activities that engage children in talk-rich learning conversations, specifically on maths, are ideal because they enhance the students' thinking and contribute to full conceptual knowledge and understanding of the activities. So these activities work well because they place on emphasis on problem solving, logical thinking, as well as critical thinking, so that there is the willingness to engage or the self experimentation and flexibility is promoted. The activities in this maths pack are crucial to the success of the maths club and need to be matched with students accordingly. And they have to be very inventive, energetic, and fun with solving this kind of challenges. They are hands-on, and minds-on activities. Other activities you could try include maths assembly. You could try arts in maths, maths poem, maths songs, or magic maths show, maths jokes, and other activities around maths. You can try also writing your own activities and share with us. So the most important thing is if you are able to run the activities and share with us your weekly report on what the challenge you are working on for the week, and if you would want our help, we will be very happy to come in and engage you with the activities. So the activities that promote dialogue, activities that promote debate and discussion can heavily influence the children's math vocabulary, their maths register, and their listening skills. They also help normalize the mistake making and can build their confidence in math. So you see, for these meetings to be as regular as possible, and for these meetings to be as engaging as possible, let's say weekly meetings or maybe meetings in every 2 weeks, there has to be a meeting venue and a schedule for the meetings. So it's important to have weekly or regular meetings that allows the regular updates and awareness of the current involvement of activities. So these Maths Club materials that we present to you in form of Maths Pack or in the SAMI Maths Pack is able to sustain the meetings and introducing the problems of the week from these resources that are able to engage the students and challenges them to think logically and critically. There is an idea that can be put into the meeting schedules, contests and maths symposiums and maybe maths competitions, which are a great social aspect that can motivate the students. I recommend finding a few local events during the year, that is for maths contest, but creating your own for the maths competition in the maths club sessions, something that will give the members goal and honestly make fun. They can even create fun field trips from this. As a maths club patron, you may decide to set up maths club as a training ground to get children ready for maths competition or maths contest or maths symposium. So various of these maths contests or the challenges that are held throughout the country, unfortunately, there are no contests due to the restrictions of the COVID-19 right now. So most of these contests are a good way to most of these contests, maths clubs present a good way to rehearse or a good way to prepare students for such kind of competition. Competitive maths competitions, competitive maths clubs don't meet the needs of everyone, which is why it's important to establish more general clubs alongside them, which are also STEM related and makes use of the Maths Pack activities that are created here. And thank you for your time. Thank you for attending today's webinar. Is there anyone with a question on how to run or help with initiating a Maths Club? I'm going to share a link with you on how you can access the SAMI Maths Club Pack so that you can begin to access the materials right away and be able to benefit from the pack that has been created for the Maths Club.
Hey, I have a question.
Yes.
Now, we're approaching the national exams, and as for me, I've never had this club in my school. Do I include the candidates because it's like I'm beginning immediately?
Thank you for the question. My answer is, you see, candidates are usually having a tight schedule with their timetable or a schedule of activities such that most of them are not able to get involved in after class activities in clubs and societies. So for this case, our experience in helping or running maths clubs in schools is that usually if you involve students from Form 1 up to Form 3, this usually forms a good foundation for maths club members. You see, junior students are able to recruit more members and are able to participate in fun activities that inspires logical thinking and critical thinking than senior students who are busy preparing for national exams. So in most cases, if you are, let's say in primary schools, if you are able to engage students from class 4 or just grade 4, it depends with the time where the maths clubs are, when the maths clubs are held. So if you usually hold maths clubs in the evening, engaging students from grade 4 up to grade 7 primary schools, or students from Form 1 up to Form 3 in secondary schools is very easy because of the students' priority of the activities that they would like to be engaged in. I would like to ask a question to the teachers that are in the meeting. Do you have active maths club sessions in a weekly basis, or how regular do your students meet?
Uh, as I said, I'm Mr. Chango from Kongoni Secondary School.
Yes.
We have been having math clubs in the past years, but after the long break, we've not kicked off this year, but we intend to begin the sessions this Saturday. We will be having sessions where they can access different applications using tablets, where they can do mathematical questions and then refer to the tablets, where the tablets allow you to choose an answer and then gives you the correct answer and the correct method to do it. So we want to ensure that this year that the club is active, and we have members from mostly the lower classes, though we have had interest from Form 4 students who really want to do practice in their mathematical skills. So we cannot close them out. So if they are interested, we allow them, but we don't intend to recruit a lot of Form 4s. We want to have a baseline, strong baseline, that is have the Form 1 to 3 who can build on other Form 1s who will be joining us in the middle of the year. So we intend to make it active as from this Saturday.
That's very interesting. Thank you so much for sharing, Mr. Nixon. So if I may ask you before you hold on, do you have access to internet? You have already said that you have access to tablets. Do you have access to internet?
Yes, we do. We have access to internet, so our sessions mostly are usually online. So because the applications work online, so
Yes.
we have internet.
That's very good to hear, because like I said before,
yes,
due to the restrictions of COVID-19 and so on, this year we plan to support maths club sessions by creating interactive sessions that are virtual maths clubs. I'm going to share with you a few links in the chat.
Yes.
For the few sessions that have already been put together for this year's virtual maths club session. So you can access them through YouTube, and as well as if you are able to help the students access SAMI Maths Club App from the Playstore.
Okay.
Yeah, you can download it for free. There are weekly challenges that are continuously being updated in the SAMI Maths Club app. So now that I believe you are the patron for the Maths Club, I hope that we will still keep in touch and get to communicate more on the activities that they are engaged in, and arrange for a mini maths camp so that we can also be able to share more interesting activities with your students.
I'll be very grateful.
Yeah, thank you, and we will keep in touch.
My name is Newton, professor from Bongon Primary.
Yes.
Now, also, as we do have a stable internet connectivity,
yes,
but we've not had the club. I intend to begin it.
Yes.
In fact, today or tomorrow I'll communicate so that I find members and we begin. So I'll really appreciate for your support and guidance all through.
Thank you, Mr. Newton. So thank you for sharing with us about your club. We hope that you are able to create an interactive and a very helpful session with the students. And I hope that your club is successful. mostly student-run clubs have a lot of potential to become an awesome environment for learning. They tend to be able to share more and collaboratively work on different projects while in these clubs than in the classroom. So while you plan to start your club from today, these are social occasions that play important role in building positive relationship between the teachers and the students. So they present opportunities that to showcase maths champion and help the students become maths catalysts and maths ambassadors in themselves. We still have a few more minutes. Is there anyone who would like? Thank you, Mr. Chango, for sharing your contact.
Yes, thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like to share with us their maths club experience? And please do feel free to share with me through direct message your contact so that we will be able to reach out with any kind of support that we have from our side to help you with your students.
I have a question to Mr. Nick.
Yes.
Yes.
Mwalimu.
Yes, sir.
I'm happy to hear that you said in your school you have internet and also the club already exists.
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, I was asking then, for example, we always have a virtual math club sessions on Tuesdays.
Yes.
Maybe can it be possible maybe to have a virtual meeting with your students maybe?
Yeah, maybe what times do you meet? Okay, so yeah, it is possible we can organize.
May I interrupt, Mr. Nikana?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we usually have meetings, maths club session meetings on Tuesday and Thursdays.
Yes.
But the meetings are usually recorded. If resources are created or meetings are present, they're usually recorded and they are shared with other students who are not meeting on Tuesdays or on Thursdays. So if you are not able to catch up with our virtual meetings,
yes,
there is usually a recording available.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so if possible, we can attend, and also if there is any material that can be shared, we'll appreciate.
Happy to share that. Going to miss out. Now that I have remembered it, let me talk about it. Now, the sessions that we create are usually in English and Kenya Sign Language for those who have students who are not able to hear clearly or those who cannot just hear completely. So for special students, we have our teacher, Madam Fleria Adinda, who usually takes care of Kenya Sign Language. There is a recording on the same on the links that I've shared with you, a few resources that have already been created for this year. So feel free to reach out any kind of audience that you have for students in your maths club sessions. Now, just to answer on one of the teachers, yes, Mr. Caleb. So if you are not able to access internet connectivity, you can access our maths pack. Now that I have your contact, I will be able to share with you the SAMI Maths pack that has a range of activities. You can as well download the SAMI Maths pack, SAMI Maths Club app. Let me just show it on the screen. You can download SAMI Maths Club app and use this to access weekly activities as well as other activities. You can decide to access these activities or plan for the activities weekly or after every 2 weeks, in either way that you like, so long as you have them. So I will be able to share with you the Maths Club pack and a link or just a short guide on how to download the SAMI Maths Club app so that you are able to access these activities and engage your students in the activities even without internet. I hope that you are answered, Mr. Caleb. So I hope that everyone's question is already answered, and I'm going to take this opportunity to thank you for your time and sharing with us your experience of running your maths clubs. I hope that we will be able to get in touch now that we have your contacts, and we will be able to discuss more together in future maths club meetings. So thank you for your time, and may I know if there is anyone who would like to say something before the meeting ends.
I can say thank you for your time too. We are grateful. We are looking forward for a successful math club or clubs in our schools. Thank you.
I'm going to welcome Madam Flaria, so she will say the last words, then the meeting shall come to an end.
Thank you so much for your time. It has been good sharing with you concerning the virtual math camp, and I pray that in the next time that you're going to work together, we'll be meeting. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you. Thanks.
Good, thank you. You will get a recording of this session. We will be able to share it with you. Thank you for joining us today, and may you have a good day.